TDB versus Universe, it's time for the Commissioner's Corner. Tonight's special guest is Bookbag Barber, licensed barber and shop owner. And now here's your host, the one and only, the legendary Trust Barber.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Yo, it's your host, Trust Barber. Better late than never, but we here. Hey, you know, in the showbiz world, things go on that's out of your control. But hey, we here, we live. It's Sunday. What's up to everybody out there watching football? But right now, you should be watching Trust the Barber's Commissioner's Corner. This is TDB Versus. We giving away $100,000 to one barber who's going to win our nationwide virtual tournament. That's coming up soon. Hey, if you guys got an event going on out there, we want to hear about it. Tag us at TDB Versus 24 on Instagram. We want to hear from you. If you got an event, if you got a new product coming out, if you have anything that's going on in the industry that we need to know about and you want other people to hear about, tag us in at Instagram. I see a lot of posts every week on Instagram. And you know, our favorite segment that you guys said, what's happening on the gram? That's coming up. We want to see what's happening on the gram. So let's get into that right now.
Now get ready for what's happening on the gram. Let's go.
Hey homie, walk slow, think fast, and hit hard. I learned that shit back at level 1, and I still apply it to today. Real shit. A hesitation will get your ass smirked. Being too nice will get your ass walked on. You know what I mean? Anyways, stand firm, stay balanced, stay respectful, and be humble about it. Get some.
Listening to other people, that was my biggest failure. Because if I kept listening to the people that put me down and I agreed with them, like, you're right, I won't be anything. Yeah, you're right, barbering isn't a real job or a career, then I wouldn't be where I'm at. The second thing being not being able to control my emotions, right? Because of that, I think I grew over time, and I think part of it is learning from it, right? Learning from the failure, learning that, you know what, those people were wrong. Let me steer into a different direction. Let me bring the positive into the negative.
How you doing? My name is Tori Terrell. I own Headquarters Barbershop in Indianapolis, and came down to Atlanta to learn a little bit more about the barbering game. It was very informative. I learned a lot. I liked the way he explained it and how I can customize what I need to do for my clients and how I needed to let my clientele grow from using it. But very informative.
So opportunities don't go away to go to somebody else. And when you have the opportunity to showcase your skills, talent, your name, image, and likeness, go out and do it. I think a lot of times people misinterpret what barber schools are, right? And what barber schools teach. I'm not one of those barber school owners that just only teach my students to pass the board. We talk about business, we talk about taxes, we talk about shows, right? And the main conversation that I had with my students that even competed, even the ones that didn't win, I said, listen, if you got first place, third place, or you was just on that stage, right? You got to learn how to leverage these opportunities. You know how
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're a fucking barber, and you gotta be thankful that people want to even come sit in your chair. I don't know what the fuck it is, if it's like old head barbers or like these new school barbers, but y'all are so fucking entitled. Talking about fresh out of school, oh, I'm charging 60 bucks a cut, 70 bucks a cut, no less than that. I know my worth. I ain't cutting kids, I ain't cutting anybody I don't like, I ain't cutting any kind of haircut that I don't like. Bro, shut the fuck up. I don't know what happened to just like serving your community, like being a service provider and doing it well. I don't know if it was the fucking ring lights and the black gloves. I don't know what happened to barbers, but y'all have become so fucking self-absorbed. Y'all act like you got, like it's the pick of the litter. Like y'all can have anybody in your fucking chair and that they better be thankful that you're blessing them with your hands. At the end of the day, you're a barber, you're a dime a fucking dozen.
This is Jack of all things. You did not know we are bringing a Reno Beauty Barber Expo. Ooh-wee. All my Eventbrite, click the link. Let's go. Lock in your spot. We're going to have braids, makeup, nails, haircuts, haircuts.
And these expos really don't have to prioritize us as long as they people are paying, whatever they people are. Most of them gonna go where the money is being spent. But let's keep it funky. Black barbers need to start spending more money. Let me say this before I start going off on us. I see black barbers do it all the time, especially some of these older ones. It's easy to call out your black barbers. Easy. Black people do that, period, online. Call out your people. It's safe, nothing's gonna happen to you, and it's easy. But it takes courage and it takes some balls to call out others for blocking us out for any transgression that they may be committing towards us, right? So that's why I called them out. But let me call out my people, not because I'm a coward, because I call the other ones out, but I'm calling us out for accountability. We need to start spending more money. We in these goddamn scat packs. We wearing all this designer, whether it's real or fake, you still pay money for it. We go to clubs. Most of these dudes out here tasting ass. They buying drinks in the clubs. You in the hottest spots, the hottest concerts, all that. Especially when you're a barber, because you damn near got drug dealer money. It comes to clippers and the clipper brands, you're gonna go spend that bread. Whether you gotta do Afterpay, whether you gotta do Klarna and Affirm, all them other them little logos be at the bottom of the screen when it comes checkout time. You do.
We coming. They doubting us. We coming. They saying. We coming. They think it's a game. We coming.
Welcome to TDBI Court, where the world's best barbers collide in TDB Versus, the first ever nationwide virtual barber tournament. One champion takes it all, $100,000 and a legacy that lasts forever. Single elimination, no second chances, only the sharpest survive. The top 4 battle for glory at the TDB versus Las Vegas Grand Finale, VIP treatment, Barber Expo access, one ultimate showdown. As the TDB versus movement transforms the future of barbering, we're inviting visionary sponsors to join the ride. From Twitch streams to the Las Vegas Grand Finale, your brand could be front and center in front of thousands of engaged barbers, students, and fans nationwide. Partner with TDB Versus and help shape the next generation of barbering. Tonight, on the Commissioner's Corner, we get real with the one and only Trent James, aka the Bookbag Barber. He's the visionary behind Valdosta's iconic 3G's Barber Salon Lounge, and a man who's as sharp with the pen in the studio as he is with the clippers in the chair. We're talking about his incredible journey, from the grind of carrying his tools in a book bag, to building an empire and dropping tracks. He's sharing his why, the struggles, the passion, and the hustle that defines a legend. This is Why I Cut with the Bookbag Barber. Next.
What up? What up? What up?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Hey, what's happening? We having a few technical difficulties over here, so it ain't your fault. It's our fault. We're having a few technical difficulties, but they can hear me and they can see you. So we gonna get right into it.
Okay.
What's up? How's it going out there in Valdosta?
Man, I actually peeled out this morning. I in Florida, man. Film a series Mafia with some partners out in Florida. So that's where I'm at right now. That's why I'm
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Out there in sunny Florida out there. All right, so first question is, everybody wants to know, how did you get the name the Bookbag Barber?
I was in my me and her son. She may put me in because I never knew why I was at school.
Okay. Hold on a second. We having a hard time hearing you right quick. Give me 1 second. See if the signal comes back up. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, you're good. You're doing good now. So you said that you were in your mom's shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, first impressions.
Okay. Shout out to Mom's First Impressions. So would you say that your mom was your inspiration for all this?
sad to say, it was money.
That ain't sad.
At the time of me getting at the time of me getting into it, bro, it was the money. I was young, wasn't able to work on a job, so I had to be in the fields during the summer picking peas and stuff like that, or at the shop with my mom. And I had to weigh my options. I could be in the heat in the sun, or I could be in the climate control area and potentially get some money. So that's how I got into hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your first impression of doing hair? With the, did you do everything? Did you do women's hair, men's hair, everybody that came in, or just strictly barbering?
At the time, and I did whatever I could because I didn't know how to cut. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, I'm 12, 13 years old. So whatever I could do, I learned how to finger wave. I learned how to relax. I learned how to highlight, you know what I mean? Bleach the hair up and pull it through caps and that type of thing. I learned how to do a wrap, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was some of everything, man. But I really took the barbering because it was kind of more easier, I guess, than dealing with the women. And my older brother, actually, he was barbering. Then he went off to, once he graduated high school, he went to Dudley's Cosmetology School in North Carolina. And once he left and went off to school, I really just kind of got into the barbering. I just picked up on it.
Okay, shout outs to Dudley. Hey, that helped a lot of us out, especially at Barber Brothers. I'm from Atlanta, so helped a lot of us out up there with Dudley. Did you ever have to do that dry curl?
Dry curl. You say dry curl, you mean like the Marcel iron curl?
Nah, I'm talking about that drip, the Wave Nouveau.
Oh no, that wasn't dry. That was wet. I never really had to do it. Now I will say there was times when, because my mom always was telling me, hey, you need to get into actually doing hair. And my thing was, I don't really want to do that. So whenever I would act up at home or get in trouble at school, little things like that was basically my punishment. Hey, you acting up at school, come back here and get ready to set this curl for this rod. You know what I mean? Or set these rods for this curl. So I tapped into a little bit just solely off of punishment, bro.
Okay. Keeping it real, off punishments. So would you say that the hairstyling helped you or hindered you in your barbering career?
It helped. Because, the more you know, man, the more money you can get.
Do you
the more variety of customers you'll have. Slightly, not too much. I'm dyeing, I'm highlighting, I'm doing that type of thing. But as far as, washing sets and all that, I don't really get into it too much.
So I was trying to tell people the other day that in certain states, there is no barber program that you have to go to cosmetology school, even if you want to be a barber. And you gotta do those pin curls and the roller sets. And all of that.
And braid it down to the scalp. Yeah. So actually, where I'm from, Valdosta, at the time we didn't have a barbering program. You know what I mean? So I got tired of ducking and dodging the hair police, aka state board. So I just buckled down and just went to Wiregrass and just took up cosmetology. Because at the time when my brother going off to school, I didn't really feel like I could leave my mom at the shop. I felt like she needed me. My brother had passed, leaving the hair show, fell asleep while driving on the interstate. Car set on cruise control, so he hit an 18-wheeler. So at this point, it's like, well, I don't really feel like I can leave my mom. I feel like she need me, so I would not relocate to like Macon or Atlanta or Savannah to do barbering school. So I finally got tired of running from the hair police, and I went to Wiregrass and just took cosmetology. Now we have a barbering program.
Okay, cool. Sorry, rest in peace to your brother. Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, no problem.
What is the most unusual request that you've ever received from a client?
I'll say this if I can. It was actually a person on the phone called and say I had passed them a card, and they were getting married, and his wife, fiance, was saying he was too hairy, and basically would I shave like his back, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, yeah, cool. Matter of fact, let me get this client out the chair. I'll call you back. So anyway, I called the number back. I'm chopping it up with him. We talking about the hair on his back. To fast forward through this conversation, he's really talking about me shaving his balls.
Oh wow.
So I'm asking him like, well, shit, have you ever done that before? You feel what I'm saying? You want to use a razor, you want to wax it, you want to do this, you want to do that. And finally, he just broke down and he was like, hey, man, Trent, you are a true professional. This was a prank call. Yeah.
But you kept it all the way professional, though, huh?
Yeah, I kept it professional with it because it's crazy because when he called me, my mind was kind of already on tapping into that type of thing because, you know, the whole manscaping thing has never been a thing that cats will talk about. So now, as time has progressed, more guys are getting into this man grooming, landscaping. So when he called me, manscaping, I'm sorry. So when he called me, hell, I thought it was God, bro.
I was just talking about this guy, and now you done sent me my first client.
Yeah,
wild.
man. It ended up being a prank, man. But it was cool. But if it came, and my thing to him on the phone was, hey, bro, if it grow, I cut it.
Hey, that was it. That was everybody saying back in the day. So if it grow, I cut it.
Yeah, that's it, man. So that's probably been the wildest.
Okay. I had a guy ask me to shave his back one day in the shop. He proceeded to try to pull his shirt off. I said, sir, me personally, I go a little bit below your shirt collar, and then that's where I stop at. You're not gonna be sitting in my chair with your full back out. That's just not me. And kudos whoever else does it. That's just not trust.
Right.
Trust ain't doing that.
Understood.
If you weren't a barber, what career path do you think you would have pursued? What do you think you'd be doing?
Bro, I have no clue. I have entirely no clue. My thing was coming up in the shop. A lot of the people that, matter of fact, in my mom's shop, and probably at the time in the city, I was the youngest person in a shop or a salon. So everybody were older than me. My mom much older than me. So I always just felt like, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing till I can't do it no more. Never thought ahead of what if this don't work? What if I hurt my arm? Do I know how to cut with both hands? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what I would be doing, bro, to be totally honest.
When I asked you that question, I really thought that was going to go another way because people where you at may know this, but a lot of people out here that are watching this may not know that you delve in the music scene too.
Yes.
So I just knew you was gonna say, "Hey, I'm gonna be like 2 Chainz and all them. I'm gonna be tearing up the music scene." That's why I thought you was gonna go with it.
Now that you mentioned it, but my thing is, at the time before I started, delving into music, I was already getting salon money.
Okay.
So in my mind, salon money was my from now to the end. The music, if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. But I still got to make the money. I still got to pay these bills. You see what I'm saying? I still have a lifestyle I want to live. So that was my career. The music, man, it come, it go. And I'm still active in it now. But the music wasn't making no money.
Right.
And then when I say, if I'm gonna say this, and I look back now, look at it, even just the other day, like, okay, a lot of guys that do this music, man, and entertain, like some of them really get down to the bottom of being homeless, sleeping in their car, that type of thing. So that drives a certain hunger to get to the finish line. When it comes to me in the music, maybe due to salon money, I've gotten a certain type of comfort with my money and my way I live that that's what I put my focus into.
So it's more of for like you said, people who are more hungry and that's all they have. They don't have nothing to fall back on. It's more of a ends to means verse.
Right, I got to do it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
You had something else to fall back on, so.
Right. And then, with my upbringing, my grandparents, they all worked. My uncles, they worked. But at some point, they became entrepreneurs. Like, they don't work for nobody.
Exactly.
And that's what I grew up seeing. So the hair, I just felt like it's going to be what I do. The music, if it happened, it happened. But hell, salon money fund the music. Music ain't cheap.
It's funny that you say that, right? Because at one time, I was in both scenes, right? I was in the music scene, I was in the barbering scene. And I made a mistake and pushed the barbering scene to the side to do the music. But then I realized, hey, this music costs money, but it ain't making me money. So then I had to switch that thing back around. And I had to say, wait a minute, nothing comes before the barbering. Everything else
Right.
comes secondary,
Right.
but if it take off, it take off.
Yeah. Now, several years ago, that was a thought I had to myself. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. This is your interview.
Yeah, real quick. Several years ago, that was a thought I had, man. Just buckle down and just strictly put everything into the music. That probably lasted all of 45 minutes, and I was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
Nah. Hey, people, you know, today's age, people see barbers now, and it's kind of glamorized. So it's the fastest growing occupation that's out there. And I'm happy to hear that it's actually an occupation now, because before people used to call barbering a hustle. Like you go tell a girl's father, I'm a barber, and he'll tell his daughter, nah, you can't get with him at all. Because, you know, he doing, if you're a barber,
that ain't no
he
real
doing
job.
drugs, he doing everything else.
Yeah.
You know, he going to be in and out. He ain't got no structure. But now it's actually a career that people are actually looking at and saying, that's a prominent career to have now. And I wanted to know that since you've been in the business as long as you have, what changes have you seen for the good or bad from this industry?
For the good, there's younger guys getting into it, and they're getting a different type of money than I was getting when I was that age. I will say that. That's pretty darn good. You know what I mean? The social media, it has its pros and its cons, because maybe not a lot, a good bit of them are wanting to be social media stars versus real barbers. You know what I mean? They chasing the likes and all that, and they can monetize that. That's fine. I don't knock nobody's hustle, but if we're talking the culture of it, you see what I'm saying? Social media kind of has potentially watered that down. I mean, the game, things get watered down as time go on. But it has, to me, it has really gotten more watered down than it was 15, 20 years ago. But at the end of the day, man, if they're taking care of their children, their families, their moms, whatever it is they got going on, and they're getting it off hair money, it's cool. It's cool. Everybody, you know, some like Pepsi, some like Coke.
Right. Some like Pepsi, some like Coke.
Yeah.
My thing with that whole situation is the fact that I think the new barbers, they don't have to go through basically like the struggle like we had to go to get customers and stuff like that. Like, you had to be out there, make your flyers, stand out in the street, pass them out, go hand to hand. I think like the hand to hand, like talking to a person, now you can post, you can use Photoshop to make the best haircuts ever, right? Now you're getting that influx of clients. Now, if you can't reproduce what you posted, then you may lose them, but you're getting them.
Right.
And I think sometimes that tarnishes the industry because there's people that are doing that. And then if you're not doing that, like if you're not posting everything up there like that, it's kind of, it kind of hurts you as a barber. What do you think about after COVID, where I don't know if your shop does this or not, but I know most shops that I've seen or people I've interviewed, they're saying that the atmosphere that the shop used to be, where you could be in the front of the shop cutting hair and there's somebody in the back and you yelling at the customer back there about football or whatever. But now it's like people are more, this is my client, just talk to him, and it's in and out. It's like it ain't the hub no more like it used to be. What do you think about that?
I get that. So I'm appointment only in my shop, and that has happened since COVID. But just so happened, coming up into COVID, I had a flow of steady clientele. These guys, they know each other. You know what I mean? So once I went, some of them, they try to kind of make their appointments around time certain guys come, or they'll just tend to come a little earlier just to catch who's ever in there to get that barbershop feel. And I'm the only person in my shop. I'm the only operator in my shop. You know what I mean? But they will come in a little early just to catch the vibe, that barbershop vibe of, whoever's in there. And I seen the other day they was talking about the kids and, these sweet barbershops and all this and that. That's cool. But at the same time, bro, I have children that come in my shop. I have other men that come in my shop that catch these children in my shop. So that barbershop feel is still there, even though I'm the only operator.
Okay. Well, that's good. You still got that feel, because I kind of missed that. And I try to still bring that out, but these, some of these newer barbers are territorial. They think because you're talking to your client that you want to take their client. And I'm like,
So watch this. I say this. That hasn't just started.
Right.
Cats found just so happened these newer guys, whether they knew it or not, found a newer way to go about it. You know what I mean? Because you can have a shop with 5-6 guys, bro, and you still have that same problem. You see what I'm saying? I done seen where it get really out of hand. Maybe the barber's out of pocket because he want to be so territorial. You feel like they customers don't supposed to sit in nobody else's chair, and it don't work that way, especially if you're not producing like you're supposed to, or how they want you to. So the guys with the suites, man, I just and dealing with people, man, time has totally changed, bro. Like dealing with people is something different than it was, I feel like, 10 years ago, as far as a certain age range of people. You feel what I'm saying? Like dealing with people, bro, is totally took a turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So will you ever have a shop with multiple operators in there, or you solely on you being the single operator?
At this moment, I'm totally sold on just being single because I'm still doing music. So in my shop, I have a studio. So so watch this, right? Being by myself, if I want to listen to, for an example, instrumentals all day with no words, just music, I can do that. If I want to listen to one instrumental for 5 days straight, I can do that. Now, if I brought somebody in, I would have to sacrifice what I got going on because I know I could not do that having operators in there and just playing what I want to play. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for what I have going on, it suits me being by myself.
Okay. So
I say that because
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you say that because
so I have a family. So I've always wanted to do music and hair in the same building. Right. And to do it how I would like to do it, I would have to be by myself.
Right. So have you became a hub for the music scene in your area? Seeing that you do have that?
No.
So it's all personal
I wouldn't,
for you.
For me and my people. You know what I mean? Whoever want to rock with my campaign, they can rock with my campaign. But I do have guys around me that does music. I got the guys that write, I got the guys that does the beats, and that type of thing. But being my age, I'm not really looking for none of that. I'm in a place where I've gained ownership of me and my space.
Right.
So now if you want to tap into my space, cool. But as far as just being a hub, now I got guys come in. I make sure I download the music when I'm playing other people's music. Their music get put in the mix. But that's about as far as that goes. But now I'm not a hub for it.
Okay. I was just asking because I know coming from Atlanta, some barbershops, they have little mixers in there, maybe once a month or once every 2 months to bring new people in and let people hear them and stuff. So that's why I was asking that question.
That's written down on paper because I do have do so.
Okay, we're gonna let you answer that question one more time because your signal is going out a little bit. Hold on a second. All right, answer that question again. Your signal went out a little bit.
Okay. As far as the hub, no. Now, I do have hands in on a building, and that we could do those type of things. I have it written, but I haven't tapped into it.
Okay. But it's something that could be in the future, though.
It could be. It could be. And suggest to that with all that, bro. You know what I mean? So on the table.
Right. All right. Well, due to time restrictions, we got to get into our next segment. But we definitely appreciate having you on the show, and you can watch the next segment. But we got to get into that next segment. This is the Bookbag Barber. We definitely appreciate you. We know you had a lot going on today to even get here, and we appreciate you coming on and taking the time out to get on our show. So,
yes,
we appreciate.
Hopefully I'll get it.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I thank you all. Hopefully I get to double back, man, and I could be in a better situation.
Oh, you definitely gonna get the double back. I was just about to
Awesome.
say that. We gonna bring you
Okay.
back on because I like to actually try to see if we could do it in while you're in your studio, hear some music from you. But we gonna let the
Okay,
audience hear
yes.
some of your music at the end of the program. So we got that coming
Okay.
up for them.
Thank
But
you.
you can
Thank you.
go ahead and look. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, you know me, I love both of them. They're both my passions, music and barbering. Well, food is another
Yes.
one. So
Right.
But we appreciate you, and we'll definitely get with you so you can watch the rest of the show, and we're going to cut into our next segment, all right?
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Give me 1 second here.
Time for another episode of TDBV Visits, where we take you around the country to visit some of the unique barber shops, barber supply companies, barber tool manufacturers, barber schools, and barber expos. And now TDBV Visits hits the road. Tonight on the Commissioner's Corner, we're getting a fresh perspective at the legendary City Image Barbershop. See how this cornerstone of the community is shaping more than just hair. That's next on TDBV Visits.
So after high school, my brother became a barber. He went to cosmetology school and he started cutting hair at a shop. And after about 8 months, he comes to me and he says, I want to open up my own shop.
And anything I wanted to do in my life, I've always, kind of got his opinion on it. I mean, not everything, but most things. So when I told him I wanted to open a shop, he was a little against it.
I thought he was nuts. I said, you can't open up your own business. We don't even know anything about business.
My family didn't really have money. We were working class. We were comfortable, but I wanted to do it on my own.
So I said, all right, well, if you're real serious about this, then let's really look for a location. I had no idea what to do in business. At the time, I was managing a bank. But we started looking for a location, and we finally found one across the street from a high school in Little Falls, New Jersey.
Boom, clicked. I was like, dude, this is it.
So we started doing the construction, and City Looks Barbershop was born.
So my friends wanted to go to inner cities for those sharp haircuts. And I felt like I needed to change that. There's no reason to go to those inner cities. That can happen right here.
So we wanted to give it a cool city feel with the nice brick accents and the cool wooden floors and nice color paint and the black ceilings. Day one, it was a hit.
It's not only just about a great haircut. It's everything else that comes with it. A beautiful place, great conversations, great service. We provide a shop that any age could walk in and feel comfortable.
And that's exactly what we wanted to accomplish. We wanted to build families as clients, not just one person. I'm proud to say that we were one of the first barbershops to open up with that type of style in a suburb area like that. The logo was actually produced by myself, and I was thinking of logos, and I remember watching the show Frasier. And in the show, the opening credits is the Seattle skyline being drawn out above the word Frasier. So I said, man, it would be cool if I can draw up my own skyline like that and kind of put the word City Looks Barbershop underneath.
I didn't even know what Frasier was, but I friggin' loved the logo. I felt like City Looks is more of a brandable name instead of just barbershop.
Our intention from day one was not just to have one barbershop, it was always to expand into numerous barbershops, and we wanted to make sure we had a brand and a look that was able to be duplicated and liked by many people. I remember walking into the shops on Saturdays and saying, man, this is awesome. What a great industry. Let's open up a second location in Bergen County, New Jersey. This one location came about. We signed a lease and we started construction, and we opened up Oradell in October of 2013.
Oof, it was tough. You know, management, customer service, haircuts, just the morale, you know, especially with being a brand new shop.
Any type of struggle that you see happening where the owner is not present is what we went through.
I started cutting my friend's hair in high school, but I never really took it as a real career until I was about 19 years old and I walked into City Looks. After a couple years there, working with Joe and Jeff, I realized this is something I could do for the rest of my life. And we all sat down one day and we realized that this was a team that could really do something special if we put our minds to it.
I think the main thing that Oradell needed was a great manager.
So my brother wanted to take Isaac from me, my boy.
At the time, Isaac was working in Little Falls. He was Jeff's second employee ever hired. He was his right-hand man.
We did well. It's like Batman and Robin.
Honestly, I thought of it as a compliment. It wasn't like I didn't understand both sides of the coin. Jeff wanted me to stay because he thought that's what Little Falls needed, and Joe wanted me to go because he thought that's what Oradell needed.
I said to Jeff, I said, you know, honestly, if you really want Oradell to do well, we need to send Isaac over there.
I was being a little selfish at the time.
Joe had my arm, Jeff had my legs. I felt like a piece of meat.
So we kept on having troubles, and then Isaac finally stepped up and said, you know, send me over there. I'll take care of it. I'll turn that place around.
It's not that I wanted to go to Oradell. It's what Oradell needed. So when you become part of a team, you become less self-centered and more about the team. And that's something I really learned working for City Image. It's not about yourself, it's about what you can contribute.
So once Isaac went over there, within a matter of less than a year, the numbers actually doubled and everything was great and clients were coming in and it just became a huge success. Isaac was the key factor to the success of Oradell and our second location.
Yeah, did I?
So I started in City Looks in July of 2016 maybe. So once I started there, I saw Jeff's haircuts, Kenny's, Isaac's. I didn't even realize haircuts could be that detailed until I started there. Like every little line, everything is crazy sharp. So after the first week, Jeff had a meeting with me and he went over like detail by detail what exactly I had to work on. Like I had to fix this, work on this part of my fade, sharpen these lines up. And I'm the type of person that if I'm not good at something, I obsess over it until I'll improve at it.
Sean's the type of kid, he's a one-upper. He wants to be the best at everything. And that's what we wanted.
Yeah, right. Jeff's the biggest one-upper at anybody.
When Sean first started working with us, he was inexperienced, but he was very detail-oriented. So when you have someone who's detail-oriented, it's easy for them to excel if they have ambition to do so. So once we saw that he was committed to his craft and the industry in general, it was a no-brainer.
And we said, all right, well, this is someone that's entrepreneurial. Again, he's a very good barber. He's very committed to the company, committed to the brand, committed to barbering itself and the art of it. So I said, all right, we can't lose this guy.
Yeah, so the goal from the start was to open my own place. But then after working with them for 2 years, and they approached me about it, so I figured might as well team up with them because I'll be stronger with them than trying to do everything myself. Like I said before, you need somebody like Joe behind the scenes handling a lot of stuff because when you're cutting 10, 12 hours a day, it's hard to try to manage all that.
We approached him about opening up a location, a fourth location with us.
There was a lot of risk involved, but I figured I'm young. What's the most I could lose?
Yeah, it's full of risk. Sean risked Smith.
Within a couple weeks, Joe found a location, and everything moved really quickly. We saw the location, decided we were going to do it. But literally after like 2 months, the place was packed, crazy busy. It was nuts how fast that place was building.
So we changed the name from City Looks Barbershop to City Image Barbershop.
I'm like, here we go.
Joe always comes to me saying he wants to change the name. God wants to change the name consistently. Product, this. Joe changed the name Agnello.
The reason why we did that is because we felt that the name City Image was a more brandable name for future growth.
So at first I didn't think it was a great idea either, but for the long-term goal, City Image is more of a brandable name, I feel.
At first, we were scared. You know, you spend all this time building a brand, and then you have to switch course like that. And it was hard to see the vision at first, but once we really sat down and thought about it, it was the best for future growth. And I'm very happy with the name change.
It's more of a professional name, I felt. Instead of City Looks, don't get me wrong, I love City Looks. The City Image, I can see that.
City Looks will always be in our hearts, but City Image is the future. We don't have a set goal in the amount of shops that we want to open, but we know we don't want to stay at 7.
I'm happy with everything we have accomplished, and I want to thank everyone. I want to thank the clients, I want to thank especially my staff. Just helping everything come together it's a dream.
Gradual progression through the manifestation of thought into action through constant repetition, patience and ambition is what we stand for. As a company, as people, our morals and values is something we hold dear to our heart. And when you have those morals and values as a team, it's easy to excel forward and onward, upwards and outwards.
Yeah, so I think this is just the beginning for City Image. We have a lot that we're gonna try to accomplish in the future, and I'm really excited to where that's gonna bring us.
We just love what we do, and we want to see it grow exponentially. And that to me is honestly something real special.
That's it for this week's Commissioner's Corner. Next week from Vegas, the Commissioner is going Instagram Live at the LV Barber Expo. You will not believe what goes down. Tune in next week. This is one stream you cannot miss.
Give the barber some. A-Town upside down, scissors to the side. V-Town, we will ride. 3G the Bookbag Barber, Tim Fade shouted. Cut with me and get some money. Yeah, cut with me and spend some money. This the warm up, watch the come up. Swear I've been down just to come up, never let up. Sick with it, just gotta check up. What you drinking, partner? This morning breakfast. How it go, man? How you living, homie? You a player, ain't you? Making your own money? That ain't this and this ain't that. This ain't tag and you ain't it. Barbers in the building, stylists in the building. Got shit popping, got these suckers in their feelings. Yeah. Shop with me and spend some money. The high games are on me, Betty at the Navy. These cornballs hating won't make or break me. Keep my lawn done, I see them snaking. Boy, going with all that putting on and faking. I got them by a landslide, ice cold mudslide. Leave the women bug out, they get it out the mud, baby. I got it out the shop. I ain't talking spinning around when mention chopping the block. I've been down, they temporarily taking a squat. Can turn a dub to a yard to a 3-piece. I look good in sneakers, a t-shirt or a 3-piece. Old money, green bean, new money, blue cheese. Throwing shirts out the windows, how I blue cheese. Dope man phone number, everybody know me. I'm certified, there's not a commission round gon' hold me. If I hit one time, I'm a piper. If I hit 2 times, I might like her. If I cut 3 times, I don't wipe her. I don't play, now time of the day. What you say, what you say, what you say, what you say? Take your girl to swing my way, the G-way. Yeah, money on the floor, hear the music at the door. Might as well turn this lounge to a nightclub. Yeah, shop with me and spend some money. Yeah, shop with me and spend some money. This the warm up. I got my clippers running. Shop with me and spend some money. I got those wholesale prices, 10 for 100. With legs they start running. Jumping out the roof. Don't blame the barber because your girl loose. Gave her undercut and I ain't cut. Sucker duck, you owe me a thank you. Ain't nothing to fade, niggas. I'm hungry, not desperate. Hair, not Tetris sauce. You want extra? Whip it, that's extra. See you next week. I bet ya I'm ratchet in front chair. Fuck yeah, been down just to come up. Sick, make them throw up. Alcohol in their stomach. They can't stomach a win. No pills, just good in the wind. Scissor boys, your bitch, you know what it is. Fuck with me and spend some money. Fuck with me and spend some money just to warm up. Watch to come up. Swear I've been down just to come up, never let up. Sick with it, just gotta check up. What you drinking, partner? This or the breakfast? How it go, man? How you living, homie? You a player, ain't you? Making your own money? That ain't this and this ain't that. This ain't tag and you ain't it. Barbers in the building, stylists in the building. Got shit popping, got these suckers in their feelings. Yeah. Shop with me and spend some money. I'm back and I ain't went nowhere. Into it cooler than summer wear. Boy, I did plenty summers here. This is Winterville, title towns over there. Classic, no dish in the dick. I'm from the city of the Winterville class where they bust it down and slap it. I'm slap. If I hit one time, I'm